This is Chats with Patricia, Season 2. We're focused on fashion and music, and we are here with designer Ron Louis. And thank you for coming.
No problem.
So this is episode, I think episode 4 or 5, but we revamped the whole season. So now instead of it being Snapchat interviews with Patricia, it's now Chats with Patricia. So we are so very excited to have Ron. I'm actually wearing his beautiful line. Tell us the name again.
The name of the line is called Phera. You know, it came from me misspelling the word fear and playing with the idea and the psyche between having confidence within fashion.
And I love it because I think we were just talking about like what my style is, and I think the main focus of Chats with Patricia is to put the people that I know and the things that they're passionate with on a pedestal so that other people can hear about it. And as we know, fashion is for everyone, but style is so personal. And we were talking about our personal styles. It seems more or less in the same vein. We do like simple, clean looks, and we're very practical. So in the winter, I think I know that I love wearing midriffs year round, and I'll wear some shorts during the winter too. But I think my style is I'll always do a midriff with a jacket or something that'll keep me warm. So like I really, really, really love this piece, and this is the sample.
Yeah.
Right. And do you go by, because I know a lot of different designers that go different ways. They do a name of the piece, a name of the season, or they do by numbers of the pieces within a season. So what is going to be the vein? Because you said this is a sample, but you're going to be launching more pieces in November. Are you going with names? Are you going with numbers? Like, what's your aesthetic or what's your theme with Phera?
I'm not really good with names, so I'm going more so with numbers, like you said. Just because I'm not a name guy. You know, and I think something unique about the way I'm releasing Phera is I'm doing pieces. I'm not doing collections. When I first start out, I'm gonna do like a jacket, then a bag, then a boot, then overall different pieces for each season, kind of make them flow together.
I'm excited because we were just talking about, so my biggest thing that I love about your pieces, you do a lot of commission work as well. And the way I found out about you was through Margaret and Brandon, PRSVR. And a lot of the pieces that you have done, I remember the one piece that I fell in love with was, it was like a sweat. It was like a quilted fabric, and it was a white short and a midriff. And it had zipper. Honey. So like, what was the name, not the name, or what was the aesthetic that inspired that? And then we can talk about your current pieces that you're working on.
Actually, you know what? When I first was starting out, I kind of was just doing custom work. And that turned into, hey, you know what? I want to maybe do a collection. So I, early in my career, I had did a similar piece, but I was using plaid at the time. I want to say it was about two or 3 years ago. And I seen the design, and I was like, I kind of want to redo that, but on a different fabric. So I just brought the design back and used the quilted fabric. So it kind of just happened. It was just like, let me do a piece and just let people know I'm still here working. Because I've been kind of just studying and, really preparing to get to the next level.
I think at all times, especially when you're doing something you're passionate, it's always quality over quantity. And that's what I really appreciate about the Phera pieces or the Phera line and the Ron Louis line is literally it's quality over quantity all the time. So, and to do midriff, so that's my favorite thing. So do you want to tell us about your piece over here?
This was actually, again, I was coming up with like, okay, I want to do a collection and I'm really into textures. So the first piece was inspired by an Adidas tracksuit I had, which I don't know, I was like, I want to use a jean and a suede. So I ended up finding like this cool stretchy micro suede and this lightweight jean. And I came up with this top, and I also did a track pant for it. So from
high-waisted or hip or
no, it's
low?
low,
Okay,
low
cool.
cut. And from there, I kind of just created from there. And then I ended up making like this skirt, this suede jumpsuit, and then I ended up making the jacket.
Yeah.
And the jacket was like, whoa, it's a statement piece. And
Yeah.
I actually went into fashion to be a jacket maker in
wow.
the beginning anyway. So I was like, okay, from this collection, which is suede and denim, came to this color palette, and I was like, okay, let me focus more on the jacket. But
yeah, I love
So-
it. I love kniters.
in the weirdest way, that inspired my jacket.
Yeah, but I love everything.
Yeah.
See, I think a lot of times when you, I feel like with any designer, if it appeals to an aesthetic of someone's style, you literally have a lifelong, you have a lifelong client, a lifelong customer, a lifelong consumer, and I think that's what I appreciate the most. So, tell us more or less where does your background, like what started your interest in fashion and your cultivating and curating of different types of pieces? Like what started Ron Louis?
It's a long story, but to shorten it, I was always into like sneakers and like, you know, colors, and I was drawing at an early age and was really good at it. And that transferred over into me going into high school, which was very fashion forward. And, you know, getting into girls, you know, working on my image, you know, I didn't want to dress like everybody. I was always different. So I was like, let me, you know, get myself together. And people started looking towards me as a, you know, fashion forward person.
Yeah, as a catalyst of style and fashion.
You know, so I kind of noticed that about myself as they were saying. It was like, oh, okay, you know, cool. You know, I stand out. And took art class. It was a girl in there I liked. She transferred out and went into clothing construction. And I kind of like went to my counselor and like was snooping and was like, oh, I want to take this class too, you know, just to, you know, be around her.
You had your ulterior motives, but it definitely it fed both veins.
Yeah, and he
That's
was like,
awesome.
there's only girls in there. Woo.
Yeah,
And I was like, even better, you know? So
you do fashion for the girls. See, this is what I'm starting to realize.
That when I first
Men do
started,
it for the girls.
When I first started, you know, I was like, it's for the girls, man. So took the class, and you know how you rush through your work to like talk or to rushing through it just to talk to her. And my teacher, she noticed. She was like, you know what, you going really fast, but it's neat, you know. And I was like a quarter behind, and I caught up, and she was like, you know, you're actually good at sewing or whatever. And I was like, whatever. I'm just in here, you know, trying to talk to her.
Girls for them girls.
So we had our first project, which was making like a pair of pajama pants. So I made it, you know, it was cool. I was like, wow, man, you know, I made an actual garment, you know, cutting out the pattern. And I gave it to my best friend, and like her face lit up. And she was like so happy to have these pair of pajamas that I made, and I was like, you know, whatever. But that feeling is what made me say, oh man, you know what, I really enjoy that. It's like I'm making people happy from something I made. So end up, you know, going to Columbia and different open houses and stuff, and kind of just grew into it. You know, I started doing custom work. And I already had like a music background, so I had like rapper friends and musicians who were already networking with me, and I was like, "Yo, I make clothes now." They was like, "Yo, just give it to me." Exactly. So it kind of blew up from there.
That's awesome. Awesome. That makes me happy. Like, you know how I function. I'm just like, oh, I like that. Ron, can I get that? So what's the best way to contact you? And one thing I really like about 2016 is that you can really get in contact with the designers. I know PRSVR, you can contact them on the Instagram, their storefront, on Facebook, and all those. And one of the main ways that I got in contact with you is through PRSVR, and then also through your Instagram. And like, what is the name of your Instagram so that our viewers, or our viewers, your viewers, my viewers can get in contact with you?
Well, I have my personal page where I show a lot of my different work, you know, because I do more than just design. I do style, and sometimes creative directing. Sometimes I model other brands. but I show a lot of my different work on Ron_Louis at LOUIS. And I also have a brand page for Phera at Phera.co, Phera.co.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where you can reach me. I have email available on there as well. I check that often.
That's awesome.
But you can DM me. I'm not too picky about that now.
Yeah.
It's the future. So.
Yeah. And the one thing that I always add with chats with Patricia is like the rating. So obviously the main, or not even the rating, the question. So what inspires you to do what you love? So what is what currently, like in the past you talked about it was girls and now you found your love. And, but what is like the main takeaway of why you do what you do? What inspires you?
The people. I look at myself as a true artist. So I feel like it's my responsibility to not only educate people about who I am through my medium, which is fashion and the visual arts, but just an overall feeling of having to service the people and inspire others. I realize like it's bigger than me. Like a lot of people support and live through me, and like it inspires them to
to live their life.
Yeah, to live their life.
Be styled and be confident. And I feel like when you I love that, because a lot of times when I talk to different designers and artists and just people, like a lot of times what gives you confidence is yourself, but it amplifies what you wear, how you do your makeup. It amplifies your confidence. It amplifies who you are. And I love that you're based out of Chicago, and I love that you are giving a really clean, fresh perception and perspective of what you think your world is. And again, it's not just your world, it's transient beyond that. So yeah, I think that's
just accepting my responsibility as an artist.
And I love it. I love it. So you guys be sure to check out Phera with the PHERA.co on Instagram. Ron Louis, RON_LOUIS. And then also follow the looks that I end up wearing for upcoming events. Fashion Week is upon us for fall winter 2017. So these next few months are going to be super exciting. But I'm so very excited. Thank you so much.
No
Thank you, Ron. And you're going to see this in my wardrobe. You're going to see this in my wardrobe. So thank you so much. This is Chats with Patricia, and stay tuned. Bye, guys.